Guy just hooked a fish right there.
That was the fish I had, Bob.
Was it?
Yeah. Eggs are gone. Getting a picture of the kid catching the fish.
We got fish under the boat. They call it hover fishing, suspended bait. You know, like I said, it's a very, very deadly method when you get fish that are stacked up and holding in an area. And you can fish a number of different types of baits. Fish straight eggs. You can fish coon shrimp, sand shrimp. You know, you can fish a lot of different types of stuff.
I rigged it up through the head and then brought the tail back through the egg loop there, so it covers the hook.
We want to be up off the bottom a couple of feet, backing down real slow. The salmon don't lay right directly on the bottom. They suspend a little bit up off the bottom. So is what we're doing is we're trying to drift through right exactly where they're at. You have to really pay attention to what you're doing, and they'll barely move the tip of your rod. So you got to really pay attention in order not to miss a fish. Has that real light, sensitive tip, but it's got enough meat in the butt section to control a big fish.
Oh yeah. Does that work for you?
Normally this is a fall run, what they call a fall upper right Chinook. And they start about September 1st and they run through the end of September. And they start their way up to Columbia and they spawn in a Hanford reach. It'll work in the spring, it'll work anytime, but you have to have concentrations of fish.
We're going back up to the top of the drift and start over right. See if we can find some more fish. See if Terry can hook another fish.
We have a mark on the screen right here. And we've been making these lines down through. Okay.
Go out to about 28, 30.
What we're doing with this fishery is we're fishing with a 7.5 to 8 foot light action hot shot rod, real fast taper, light tip, heavy butt, so you can control the fish, but you need that light tip for the sensitivity and the feel of this suspended bait fishing. We're fishing with 40-pound braid down to a swivel, cannonball lead, and we're fishing 20-pound leaders all the way down to, we've got a one of our Max Lure smile blades on there and a bead, and then a small bait eggs.
We stayed right down, drifting the eggs right down to them, and it gets in front of the nose, they can't resist it, they just barely touch them. And the idea is to set the hook. You want to try and stay in the fish as much as you can. Drift the eggs right back to their noses. Strong fish, buddy.
Good. You guys want it on the other side?
Bobby's controlling.
Terry, let me see the...
He's got to see the motor.
There you go. Good.
Nice bright fish.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's a dancer.
Line.
Yep.